things. Anyway, in saying what Betty did, I too have had an angel encounter. This was when my grandmother died. And to give you a little bit of history about the story, when I was little, I was over at my grandmother's, and like a normal child, I was inquisitive, and I was looking around in the dresser drawers and snooping, and I was in my mama's room, so I guess I was just trying to see some of the things that she had when she was my age. I came across this ring, and it wasn't anything fancy. Nobody else would probably want it. I mean, it was just a plastic ring. It was an ugly color, and it had rhinestones in it. And to me, at that age, that was the most precious ring that I had ever seen. And I asked my grandmother if I could have it. Well, Grandma, being the stern grandma that she was, she told me the story about the ring. That was hers. She wore it when she was 13 years old in a school play, and she sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And she said, someday, when I'm through with it, you can have it. Well, being the age that I was, it didn't sink into me what that meant. I just said, okay, and went on. Years later, after my grandmother had passed, my mom and I were cleaning out her house, which was very hard to do. And I went upstairs in that particular room, in that particular drawer. I knew exactly where it was at. To get it, it wasn't there. It was not there. I was crushed. So I looked that room over, still could not find it. And I went downstairs and looked in the bedroom. I thought, well, maybe she moved it downstairs. Couldn't find it. Nowhere. Was nowhere to be found. I looked in every nook and cranny, drawer, whatever. Could not find that ring. So I just give up on it. Well, I guess it was the next day, my daughter, Missy, called. She said, Mama, I know where your ring is. I said, Missy, I have looked everywhere. I cannot find it. She said, no. Granny Lewis, that was my grandmother, we called her Granny Lewis, had come to Missy in a dream. And Grandma was standing in the hallway motioning for someone. She was doing this, Missy said, was motioning for someone to come downstairs and go in that bedroom where I had looked the day before. Missy said, Mom, your ring is in something round. Well, in Grandma's bedroom, something round could have been anything. But I went back over there. I went back in that bedroom. And I could feel this strange feeling while I was in there. It's like something was trying to push me over to this round pincushion. And back then, you know, they had pincushions to put their big long hat pins in, which this one had. And I had evidently not thought that that hat pin or that pincushion would open up. And I walked over and just picked it up by the top. The bottom fell down. There was my ring. My grandma really did want me to have that ring, and she was determined that I was going to find it. And let me tell you, like I said, it's just a piece of plastic that has 3 little rhinestones in it. But I would not take anything for that ring. It means the world to me. It was my grandmother's. And that's the only precious thing that I have of hers. So, Grandma was my grandma, but she was also my angel. Yes. And she wanted me to have that. So that's my angel.